7 and 8 debate for Toronto City Council representative. My name is Jacqueline Dixon, and I will be your moderator tonight. I would first like to welcome all of those in attendance and inform you that we will be streaming this event throughout multiple media platforms, such as Gbkm TV, YouTube channel, Gbkm Facebook, as well as Gbkm TuneIn app. Please feel free to share, tag, to like, share, and tag. The purpose of tonight's debate is to bring forward the suggestions, recommendations, questions, and concerns for those individuals and businesses within this historical Ward 7 and 8 district. Private sector business partners have come together to fund the cost of this debate. So please let me take a moment out to recognize them for their interests and contributions toward bringing this event to the community. The Grenada Rose Restaurant at 2721 Jane Street. The Epiphany Restaurant at 55 Beverly Hills Drive. Comda Advertising Connections at 15 Densley in North York. The Nikki Clark Show. New Era Communications, and Meet the Motivators. Our community partners are the Nigerian Canadian Association, the Jamaican Canadian Association, and we give a special recognition as acknowledgement as well to the Jane and Finch Task Force. And of course, your host tonight, Gbkm FM Radio, the mouthpiece. This is the heartbeat of the Humber River Black Creek community. Before we get started with tonight's debate, we feel that it's necessary for us to recognize the great land and country that we live in. And before we get started with our frank but friendly discussions, let us take a moment out to appreciate this land of the home of the brave. Can we have Stella please come and sing the national anthem for us? Please, for those of you that can stand, please do.
Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The Canadian National Anthem. Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot's love, in all thy sons commend. With glowing heart we see thee rise, the true, North, strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Thank you, Stella. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's Toronto City Councillor debate will consist of 3 segments, including opening remarks that will last approximately 3 minutes by each candidate. Each candidate will be called to the stage to give their opening remarks and then be seated before we get started. I'd like to call our first candidate to the stage right now. That would be Amanda Combs, ladies and gentlemen.
First of all, I'd just like to thank everyone for putting this together and for having me. One of the reasons why I decided to run is because I feel that there needs to be a voice for the community that is representative of the community. And also, as a tenant representative, I was elected 4 years ago. And through that position, I was given the opportunity to address many of the needs and concerns and issues that resided in my building. And also not just my building, but many other buildings throughout the community. And the same things I keep hearing over and over again that I feel needs to be addressed, and people in the community feel like their voices are not being heard and properly represented by people who have been elected in the past. So I decided that I'm gonna run because I feel, there needs to be a voice here for the people. And also I do the mental health training for the community, and through that I take maybe 10 to 20 calls a week from youth in our community who are having suicidal ideations, who are going through substance abuse problems. A lot of these issues are not addressed, and it's important that they are, and we need more mental health supports in our community. There's many things that are not being addressed, that are not being brought to the table, especially with all the new development that's happening as well. We want to make sure that it works for us, for our residents, and for the community. So with that being said, I'm just going to give it my best. I'm here to represent the voice of the people and to continue to do the hard work that I've been doing since I lived in this community. And best of luck to everybody.
Thank you so much, Amanda. Next, I'm going to call Mr. Winston LaRose.
Well, thank you, Jackie. Thank you, Gbkm FM. This is a wonderful opportunity, a great night. I want to welcome everyone who is here. I'm glad to be able to be speaking to my community about my candidacy. I want to thank the younger generations that are running for office. I think this is so necessary. I have been there for them, and I'm happy to see Amanda running. I'm happy to see Tiffany running. I'm happy to see all these young people fighting for a community that I came here 25 years ago to fight and die for. It's called the Jane Finch, and that name resonates with me. It's the reason why I came here. It's the reason why I'm going to win this election and why I'm going to stay here. I got a message, right? I got a message 1994 where Linda Moraway put out a call asking for anyone who would like to support her to take 5 kids from here and 5 from Jamaica to Ghana in 1997. And I came down, I worked with her, I took up that call. We raised $40,000. We took those kids, they're doctors and lawyers and so on and so forth, 5 from this community. I built this community over the years that I've been here. I come in 7 days a week almost. I don't get paid. I travel from Burlington, though I have a residence here for those who think I don't live here as well. But I come in from Burlington, I spend 12 hours a day, 6 hours a day, I don't get paid. I'm at the Yorkgate Mall for the last 12 years. Well, probably not 12, I came there in 2000, so that's 19 years. First community organization to come there. I represent the Jane Finch Concerned Citizens Organization. I'm in the prisons. I'm dealing with Toronto Community Housing. Everything that you talk about, I have done. I'm fed up because nothing further is being done. So let's get the vote in the right place. I'll represent you properly. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. LaRose. Thank you. Next, we're asking for Deanna Scrow.
I thought we were going alphabetical and I'd have a few minutes. Anyway, good evening, everyone, and thank you to everyone in the community who's taking time to be here with us this evening. One of the biggest concerns I have in our democracy today is the apathy that we see. Voter turnout is lower than it's ever been, and we may see that in this municipal election. I hope we won't. I think it's imperative and important that we have the best, most effective representation at every level of government. That includes our very important City Hall in our City of Toronto. And now more than ever, when we have a riding that has gone from 47 to 25, is it imperative that we have an effective voice. Each and every one of you will have a chance